This time we start our list with a recording from Japan. This video is so fascinating because it was captured by a television crew recording reports from the police station. At first glance, an ordinary recording of a report, but observant viewers probably notice something disturbing. At one point, a mysterious hand appears behind the reporter's back and tries to touch the man. As you can see, it's practically impossible for anyone to hide behind the man. What do you think? Was there really someone behind him? Or maybe they accidentally caught something paranormal? It's up to you. Chris from the Urbex Hill channel went to another creepy place in Cleveland, Ohio, to Robert Fulton School. The building was in use for over 100 years, but in 2011 it was closed and remains abandoned to this day. This property is an eyesore full of drugs and homeless people. For some, it may be a historic site, but for the owners of nearby houses and people living near this deplorable, dilapidated building, they pose a problem and a threat. Chris had explored this place once before. Last time, he didn't manage to catch anything out of the ordinary. After 2 years, he returned to this place once again.
Homeless people been here. Dead mushrooms. The decay is crazy in here.
Did you see this? Right after Chris turns left in the corridor, we can notice the silhouette of someone quickly hiding in one of the rooms. At that moment, Chris didn't notice it until he edited the recording. He continued his exploration until he experienced a rather unpleasant event.
Somebody's in there. This shit's still there. Don't explore alone. Keep out. Oh, shit.
Chris finds a door with a note on it that clearly says not to go there. Regardless of the warning, Chris goes inside and notices the curtain. When he opens it, he hears a man's terrifying scream, which causes him to run out of the building. Who was he and what was he doing there? Is this one of the homeless people who live there? But most importantly, who did Chris record in the hallway? Was this person following him? Nevertheless, it's better to stay away from this gloomy place. Alex, Chelsea, Tanner, and Dakota from Project Fear went to the Indiana State Sanitarium. It's located deep in the forest, far from civilization. The building was intended for the treatment and care of tuberculosis patients. The facility consists of several separate buildings located on a huge area. Few people know that during the building's surgery, doctors often used unconventional and experimental treatments that did not give any results. The building was closed in the 1960s, and since then it has deteriorated more and more every year. The team has already visited this place once, and during their last visit, they managed to catch a mysterious apparition in the thermal camera passing through room number 409. The team went there once again. After arriving at the location, they caught something unexpected while filming the intro.
The nursing home. People who wander into this area will often be struck with such intense emotion that it causes them to break down into tears. Other paranormal investigators have reported so many shadow figures that they have given the building the nickname Shadow Hall. During his solo time in the Shadow Hallway, Dakota's...
What the frick is
What
that?
was that?
I've been hearing that. It sounds like a giant...
Like a big scream, right?
Dude, what's weird is it kind of sounds like it's coming from below us,
Yeah, which is the tunnel.
which is the tunnels. Like, because it's coming up.
What the heck? I hate when we read the packet and stuff starts happening.
Bro.
What
What
was
the
that,
heck?
dude?
While reading the building's history, the team begins to hear disturbing noises.
Hallway. Dakota's...
Finally, one of them is loud enough for everyone to hear. This was only the beginning. When night fell, the team went to the main building, leaving Dakota with the thermal imaging camera outside.
Okay, what? Yo,
Are you guys on the fourth floor?
Yeah, we're on the fourth floor in 409 right now.
okay, that's what I'm seeing. I see you guys. You're all standing.
By the window?
Yeah, we're standing by the window.
Thank God. Holy crap, that was freaky. Okay, I see them on the 4th floor. They're in room 409. Oh, this is so creepy. Just checking my surroundings. To my left, over here, is the nursing home. I'm hearing people. I'm literally hearing people right now behind me. Hello? I don't see anything on thermal. What the? What was that?
Guys, I just heard freaking branches snapping in the woods.
Nah, for real?
Yes.
And I don't see anything, but it was loud. Like very loud.
If it's like a person walking around in the woods, like you would think they'd have a flashlight.
Well, also,
You pick it up on
yeah,
the-
exactly. You'd pick it up on thermal. And if it was an animal, same thing. So,
I don't know what that was. I don't see anything. If that was an animal, I should see it.
While the team is in the building trying to communicate with the souls, Dakota experiences something terrifying. He begins to hear people talking around him. There would be nothing strange about it, except for the fact that there shouldn't be anyone there and the nearest civilization or road is miles away. But what he captured moments later is even more disturbing.
Been out here for over 30 minutes. I still see him on the 4th floor, room 409. They're definitely doing spirit box right now. Oh, I want this to be done. I'm so vulnerable right now. I'm literally surrounded by trees and abandoned buildings. Whoa! What was that? I just saw like a cold signature moving below them, directly below them.
When Dakota is outside and constantly watching the building, he's recording something mysterious, while the others are in room 409, where they had previously managed to capture a figure. On the floor below, something flies by at great speed. What's interesting is that something appeared exactly under the room where they last recorded the apparition. Could it be a coincidence? However, what was captured is quite mysterious, and apart from some animal, nothing comes to my mind. What do you think about it, folks? Is this place really haunted? What did they actually manage to record that night? Who Dakota heard, but most importantly, what he managed to catch in the window. Was it a coincidence that they spotted something paranormal again in practically the same place? As always, you are the judges, you decide. Also, if you want to watch the full episode, visit their YouTube channel, Project Fear. Lomar and Mo decided to do a 24-hour overnight challenge in a so-called drug house. It's a building located practically in the forest, which has a bad reputation and is often visited by the homeless. Also by people who apparently summon spirits or worse, perform rituals. Mo and Lomar decided to check out the rumors that the place is haunted, but instead they experienced something out of this world that night.
Alright fam, I think that's just Mo. Essentially, I'm swapping to night vision. This is all going to be one segment, and I'm probably just going to try and leave this rolling as best as possible. I think Mo's doing the same thing, but yeah. Hello?
Yo.
Okay.
I keep hearing noises from that other room.
Yeah, I know, I was hearing something too.
I keep hearing it from this room. It's very strange. For some reason, the noise is emanating from here. It could be coming from outside. Maybe it's an animal.
You think it's an animal?
Maybe there's a moose outside. There's moose and bear, wolves.
Yo, did you hear that? That came from outside. That literally came from outside. What was that?
What the f is that?
What
the f is that? Oh my god! Oh my god!
Bro, that stood up!
It stood up! That was not an animal. What was that? Holy sh!
What the f? What?
Get some more IR light here.
Dude, what the f was that, man?
I don't know. I gotta review my footage to see that. What the f was that?
Was that like a deer or something?
At one point, the men hear unexplained sounds coming from outside. When they go out onto the balcony in the yard, they notice a strange creature, which doesn't look like any known animal. Terrified, they run inside and then go out onto the balcony again. But there is no trace of the creature.
Dude. Yeah, man. The way that stood up was like weird. Like I can't even explain that.
Bro, I have a headache right now. I have a migraine because I have anxiety.
Yeah.
My anxiety almost through the roof. I don't know.
What was that?
It looked like an alien.
It just grew, like no legs or anything. Yo, the fact that I can't even see anything. Yeah, I got my knife on me. Dude, that was the weirdest shit I've ever seen. Holy. Oh, it's in the house. Whoa! The door's open. The door's open. What? It's in the house. Holy shit. It's in the house. Bro, what the fuck? It's in the house. Oh my god. Oh my god, what the fuck was that?
This time, when they're discussing what they actually managed to catch, their conversation is interrupted by a loud bang. It turns out that the door to the building is open and the YouTubers run outside in fear.
If you guys saw that clearly, let me know what you guys think that was. Because whatever it is, the front door is open. What the hell?
I heard something moving inside. Dude, this is terrifying.
Yo, it's so dark out here.
I don't know if it's still in the house.
Dude.
Dude, if this thing comes out of that door right now.
Yeah, I almost don't want to go inside. Yeah, I almost don't even want to go in there, man.
What the f is that? Oh. What the f is that? What the f is that? Oh,
Bro, holy sh!
there was something.
Holy sh!
There was something up there. I don't want to sleep here. That. I am not going back inside of that house.
I was just about to say the same thing.
Bro, my other cameras are in there. They're my wallet, everything's
Yo,
in my
everything-
backpack
yeah.
case.
When Lomar and Mo are outside, the creature they spotted a few minutes earlier is in the building. When they look at the upper window, they notice a mysterious white face in the room, which only disappears inside once it's noticed. The men enter and search the entire building, but there is no one inside. They decide to spend the night there, but after a few minutes, someone wants to get into their room. This time, they leave the building for good and finish recording. What did they really capture on that terrifying night? What was the mysterious figure that they first recorded in the backyard and then in the window? Was it a skinwalker or maybe a rake? Or something we don't know yet? A lot of questions, and only Lomar and Mo know the truth about what happened there. What do you think about this? Did they manage to record any creature that night? Or was all we saw a well-prepared hoax? A few months ago, the world was informed about an encounter with aliens in Las Vegas. There would be nothing strange about it, but the report was recorded, and there is also an alleged recording of this meeting.
It's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
Okay, where is this on your property?
In my backyard. I swear to God, this is not a joke. This is actually, we terrified of it.
So there's two people or two subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. They're like 8 foot, 9 feet, 10 foot. I don't know. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes, like I can't explain it. And big mouth. They're shiny eyes, and they're not human. They're 100% not human.
The camera recording shows a mysterious creature that does not look like animals we know, including other cryptids. Is it possible it was an alien? But that's not the end. I dug up the original recording from the person who called then and asked for help. And even after a deep analysis, I couldn't locate anything except one filter where you can see something. Just something. We don't know if it's a glitch, an image our brain gives us, or a real alien. Nevertheless, the whole report is interesting because it's unusual for someone to say that there are aliens in their backyard. And you folks, what do you think? Mr. K and Abe go to the music studio this time. They split up and stay in 2 different rooms. They were given access to the entire studio for the night, but they didn't know that there was someone else with them.
今、ラジオのような音も声も何も入ってきません。もしこの部屋にいらっしゃいましたら、何か合図をください。僕のことが見えていたら何か合図を いただけますか？今ピアノの音聞こえたんですけど。
When Mr. K asks if the ghost can see him, he unexpectedly responds by pressing a key on the piano. All the time, we see that there is no one at the piano, yet we hear the sound. Mr. K continues his stay in the room.
ダメですね。うわ。なんで？ピアノの音はやっぱり今鳴ったんですけど、なんで音鳴ったかさっぱりわかりません。スピリットボックスには特に声は入ってきませんでした。ピアノが聞こえたっていうのはあったんですけど、なんで音が鳴るかどうかっていうところは不明です。
Once again, we will be able to hear a single key on the piano. Just like before, we don't see anyone there, but this time, something else has been recorded. It's quite invisible. You need to increase the brightness to notice it. When we do this, we see a mysterious shadow heading towards the piano. Then the apparition appears to sit. After a few seconds, he stands up and walks away from the piano. The whole situation takes place in a small room, where Mr. K didn't move even a foot the whole time. Still, we see a shadow walking around the room. So, folks, did he manage to record the real ghost that had previously tried to communicate with him? Well, that decision is up to you. In the next video, we will take a look at Mackie and Amanda. During their journey along the so-called Bloody Highway, they visited several locations. During one of them, they literally accidentally captured this.
I can see it on my camera.
It's moving, isn't it?
It is. I can see it on my camera. It keeps going in and out of focus, though.
Oh.
Oh, why are you doing this? Please stop.
What the fuck? Is it not shifting? Like when we first looked out. Oh my god, the camera stopped recording. Thank god you were recording.
My camera just stopped recording.
Shut up!
I swear.
What is that? It literally looks like it's constantly morphing. When we first looked at it, it looked like such a distinct head with shoulders.
It stopped recording again.
What?
Now it looks like it has almost no head.
Yeah.
Like it's ducking.
Uh-huh. It looks like a solid black just mass. I really hope you're gonna be able to tell like on camera.
You can tell on mine.
Okay. Because like in person, it's such a solid black like form.
Look. That's exactly where I said I felt. Like you can see its legs almost below it, not in camera,
my god,
but
you're
in person.
You're totally
That looks huge.
right.
That thing is huge.
Yeah, it is. What the fuck is that?
We are so far away from that thing.
There's no way the camera keeps going in and out of focus like this.
I know. And it stopped recording twice.
What the fucking fuck?
While staying next to the creek, on the other side, the two women notice something dark. They both record the mysterious dark silhouette hiding behind the branches. What's most interesting is that the image in the camera can't focus, and one of the cameras suddenly turns off, and we now rely on the one Mackie is holding. So, folks, can you actually see anything there? Possible, but not easy to determine. After that, the women went to another location near the place where they recorded the apparition. There, they tried to communicate with spirits.
But why would, if it's like a victim, why would he want to toy with us?
I don't think it's a victim.
You don't?
No, I know it's not a victim.
The Wayne guy was the victim, the 30-year-old.
I knew it wasn't Wayne. When you said it was Wayne, I almost said it's not Wayne. I almost said it out loud, but then I didn't want to be rude.
But what about the picture?
It's not Wayne. That looks like who I'm seeing.
That guy's Wayne, a victim.
It's not a victim.
Everything just got so quiet.
It's not a victim. I'm positive.
Is your... Okay, it looked like a flash over there.
I saw it too in front of my eyes. I saw it in front of my eyes.
Oh my god.
Like,
I wonder if the camera got it.
You're gonna see my face change.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
I literally looked like my...
Okay.
This time, we see something strange when Mackie points the camera at Amanda, and her face unnaturally lights up, as if there was some kind of flash in front of her. Is it some hidden function of the camera and nothing supernatural, or just the opposite and they accidentally captured something? Is it just a coincidence that when they tried to capture the figure between the branches, the cameras couldn't focus and one of them turned off? Who knows? Maybe they really caught something paranormal that day. You decide. Mr. Shiraku is one of the researchers from the Poor Middle-Aged TV channel who went to investigate the haunted tunnel alone. There is an interesting story surrounding it. Once there were tracks running through the tunnel, but one day there was an accident in which a person died. One of the train drivers was responsible for everything and later admitted his mistake. Mr. Shiraku was fascinated by this story because there were rumors that even before the accident, this place was considered evil and haunted, and apparently something possessed the driver, and that's why the accident happened. Nevertheless, Shiraku decided to go to this place completely alone.
マジでさ、こういうとこからこうやって、やっぱこの高さっていうのが怖いけど、どうしてもリアリティだよね。この白線の感じと。いやでも一生来ることのない電車をさ、こうやって待つわけだから。うわっ！ちょっと待って。ちょっと待って、本当に怖い。今手になんかついてたって。虫？
You're probably wondering what really happened, because the recording doesn't show much. Once again, we have to increase the brightness and slow down the recording to see anything. But once we do this, we'll understand why Shiraku was so confused. In the enhanced image, we can see someone else's hand that tries to touch him. Shiraku immediately turns around, but there is no one nearby. So, who did this hand belong to? Was it the spirit of the person who died in the accident trying to communicate with him? It's also possible that it's all fake, but it's not me who makes this decision, it's you. Kuru and Shiro recently received a message from a viewer. He told them about his terrifying story that happened in the mysterious village of Ushikubi. The viewer's brother decided to visit the village because he had heard rumors that it was haunted. Unfortunately, after the brother left, the viewer was unable to contact him. The days passed and he finally decided to go to the police. When he gave the approximate location and name of the village, the police behaved strangely and replied that there was no such village in this area and they would not look for anyone. A helpless viewer asked the crew from the Kuroshiro channel to at least try to find his brother. Kuro, Shiro, and Tei managed to find the village. The men decide to split up and explore the previously determined area alone.
これやん。え？これ線香燃えてるんじゃねこれ。やっぱ。人。今人おった。もしかして。松島さん。うわ。松島さん。やっぱこれ。
When each of the men is in completely different locations, Kuru explores one of the many buildings. But when he is in one of the rooms, he notices someone in the corridor. Kuru immediately checks who it was. However, he can't find anyone. But was anyone there at all? Yes, someone was there. When we brighten the video, for a brief moment, you can actually see a person walking from the corridor to one of the rooms. Unfortunately, as I mentioned, the character literally vanished into thin air. The three of them continued and searched their area. Unfortunately, he failed to find anyone. The three of them decide to gather and search the area together.
え、マジで？どこだ？どうしたの？
家もないしな、さっきの階段上がってきてても。さっきの階段何だったんだろう。立ち入り禁止がある。
あ、本当だ。
人の手入ってるってことかあれ。
あ、そうなの？
え、どうなんだろう。
どうした黒？
本当でしょ？
どうした？
When the three of them are searching the place that had previously interested Shiro, something scares Tei and he runs away, followed by Kuro and Shiro. As they run away, Tei tells them that he noticed someone without a head holding a knife. And if we fast forward to this point and zoom in on the recording, someone is actually standing next to the three and holding something in their hand. Unfortunately, it's difficult to determine whether it has a head or not. But nevertheless, we now know what scared Tei-san so much. Who was it? Was this their viewer's missing brother? Who was captured by Kuro while staying in one of the buildings? And most importantly, why he was hiding from them and holding a knife in his hand? Well, one thing is certain, it's better to stay away from this village and definitely not come here at night. What do you folks think? Did they manage to record anything paranormal that night? Maybe they caught the ghost haunting this village? Or did they record a potentially dangerous person following them and trying to do something bad? Well, there is one more solution. Everything was faked. So, what do you think? Real or fake? Decide. Stanley Halls was designed and built by William Ford Robinson Stanley in 1903 in order to provide the district with a well-needed public hall. This grand Edwardian-style building is now being used as a public hall, theatre and gallery, and is soon becoming one of South London's premier arts and performance venues. Ghost hunting team Jeff, Phil and Peter were asked by the staff to investigate Stanley Halls. Every person employed in this building experienced unexplained phenomena. To check this, the team went there. When the three of them sat down and were about to communicate with the spirit, they heard this.
We make our way back down to the main hall to take a seat at one of the tables, and as requested, something decides to join us and makes itself known by banging on the table.
Who was that?
Who was that? It was something moved here.
There was a bang, wasn't it?
Fell on the table, you feel it?
Was it you, Peter? No. Well, it certainly wasn't me because I have my elbows on the table like this.
And I'm sitting here like this holding the digital recorder. I haven't moved.
Literally seconds after they sat down at the table, someone hit it. The three of them are confused and try to quickly explain this event, but they are unable to do so. The crew continues, and one of their static cameras captures something terrifying.
After a few minutes, Pete returns to use the bathroom, and seconds after he enters the bathroom, an apparition can be seen walking past the two doors. If you look closely, you can see it past the first glass window, but then it fades away as it passes the second window.
Shortly after Peter enters the bathroom, a mysterious figure appears in the doorway and is recorded by the ghost hunter's camera. Interestingly, the figure seems to be incomplete and literally dissolves when he passes through the second door. Was it a real ghost caught on camera in the haunted Stanley Halls, or something completely different? Decide, folks. The crew from the Pit Channel is in an abandoned hospital where they're trying to communicate with souls. At the same time, they try quite strange ways to summon ghosts. Nevertheless, one of them works.
Concentratevi piuttosto. Padre nostro, che sei nei cieli, sia santificato il tuo nome. Venga il tuo regno. Sia fatta la tua.
Shh, cos'è stato? Cos'è stato? Cos'è? Cos'è? Cos'è stato? No, aspetta, shh. Cosa? Guarda, non si perde. Fammi togliere sta roba.
At one point, a wheelchair comes out of the elevator in the corridor. The team checks the area, but there shouldn't be anyone there. Did they manage to summon the ghost, or did they manage to fool us? The crew from the YouTube channel Creepy are in the middle of their investigation in an abandoned building. Suddenly, they decide to go out and explore the area. They both notice the armchair. The woman does not want to approach it because she feels the bad energy and is afraid.
봤어? 못 봤어? 못 찍었어? 못 찍었냐고?
뭘 찍어요?
저 의자에 있던 거 못 봤냐고! 이씨, 해줄라, 이씨. 왜? 무슨 있어? 저 봐봐요. 나 못 가, 무서워서. 저 보여? 뭐야, 저거 뭐야? 의자잖아.
The man walks towards the armchair with visible hair, and as he gets closer, the hair disappears completely. What the hell was that? A ghost, a human, or something else? Decide. The well-known YouTuber Ricky Velasquez is conducting his next live broadcast. It's a typical quiet night, and Ricky decides to sit on the bed and talk to the viewers, when suddenly,
Hay algo aquí, no sé cómo explicarlo, se siente una sensación extraña, es como si llegara Es como si llegara y se fuera. No me explico. O no sé explicarme. Es como si de pronto todo cambiara, ¿no? El ambiente, todo fuera como tenso, como si sintiera que yo no pudiera salir de aquí, como si de pronto me sintiera encerrado en este lugar. Así. De pronto lo siento con mucha paz, lo siento muy tranquilo, y luego de repente se empieza a poner así, como si esas paredes no me dejaran salir de aquí.
At some point, the bed he is sitting on suddenly raises and he falls to the ground. Was it the work of a malicious poltergeist, or did someone help him? The next recording is from the user Master Truck Driver, and as you can see, he is a truck driver who also publishes recordings of his working days as well as what he does after hours. One warm night, he parked in a quiet parking lot. There were no signs of problems. The man decided to make dinner when things suddenly started to get interesting.
What? What is this? I think bird or...
There was clearly someone knocking on his vehicle. Yijit tries to locate who it could be, but it's dark outside and he doesn't see anyone. He decides to finish cooking and eat, but then it gets creepier and creepier.
What? What is this?
Once again, his meal is interrupted, this time by scratching the body of the vehicle. The man has had enough and checks the area around the truck. Once again, the same scratching sounds reach his ears. He decides to get into the truck and stay alert for a few minutes. But the mysterious sounds didn't return. So, folks, what could it be? Did someone try to lure Yijit outside and rob him? Maybe it was an animal? Or maybe you have better ideas. Share them in the comments below. Randy is a resident of Georgetown, Ohio. She claims that she lives in an allegedly haunted house. Right after moving in the first night, paranormal activity was activated and continues to this day. During this time, Randy has almost become accustomed to the ghost's malicious taunts, but she has had enough. she enlisted the help of Josh, Sean, and Rocky from the Paranormal Nightmare TV series to try to get rid of it. The brothers gladly accepted the invitation and came to Randy's house. After arriving, all three of them began their investigation. At some point, Sean decided to stay home alone and communicate with the spirit that was tormenting Randy.
Sure, if I'm too comfortable in here, like blown away with energy, it felt like, I guess you might as well say. Now, being in here alone, my heart's starting to race, and it just feels like somebody's watching me peeking around the corner. But I got alarms set up everywhere, so I definitely set up baby traps for the spirits in this house. If you set off one of my alarms, I can come find you and talk to you. What the heck was that? If you can make that noise, I need you to set one of my alarms off. Let me know where you're at. I heard you upstairs. Walking. Are you coming down the steps? Okay. You know when you walk or you run, that's really loud. Kinda spooky. Do you know what that means to scare somebody? What the heck was that? Okay, I'm gonna come upstairs. I keep hearing you.
Moving objects, footsteps, or banging made Sean go to the second floor, where unfortunately nothing happens. The three brothers meet again inside, where they continue to communicate with the spirit.
Do you like having two sisters here?
If you're upstairs, come down here with us. It's like a shadow.
What the heck?
And neither one of you guys were moving. It was like a shadow went from one room to the other. Did you hear that?
Yeah. Can you come down and talk to us?
I think I seen you.
Yeah,
hold this and I'll just stand up here.
Slight thud, and it went to a loud thud. Yeah.
Can you hit that again for me, please? I want to know who's scaring the little girl. Whoever's scaring the little girl and talking to the little girl, I want you to come forward and communicate with us.
Activity increases from minute to minute. The brothers hear footsteps. One of their cameras records a mysterious shadow in the corridor where they heard footsteps. Another loud bang on the way to the second floor they reach. And finally, another unexplained shadow caught on a static camera. Was this the end? No, not yet.
Not here.
That's good. You like scaring me?
Louder.
Yeah, you do something louder. See, I know you're following me around. Something just moved out here. Something just moved out here. I want you to do something.
Closer.
The camera that previously captured the mysterious shadow does so again. Was this a real shadow figure caught on camera? Or are these just ambient shadows? You decide. Kevin and Alexis explore the mysterious Sentinel Forest, where many people have asked them to go there. They did this, and they're in the middle of the forest searching the area.
Nos está diciendo que se nos va a aparecer. Voltea hacia donde yo no volteé. ¿Dónde estás? Quiero verte. Dice que se aparecerá. Presta mucha atención a todos lados, güey. Oye, ¿escuchaste eso? ¡Ah, no mames! ¡No mames! ¡Ay, se vio algo, güey! ¡Allá abajo se vio algo! ¡No mames! Acabo de ver algo ahí, güey!
While searching the area behind one of the hills, Kevin notices a dark head which disappears as quickly as it appears. Kevin immediately runs to the place where he observed the apparition, but he finds no one. What did they manage to record in this mysterious forest? A ghost, or maybe a person who escaped very quickly? The final decision is yours. Also, if you want to watch the full episode of this investigation, visit his YouTube channel Archivo Extinto. The next recording is also from the forest, this time from El Cubo Official, who went there at night. To add even more reality, he started broadcasting live.
Así es, sin tanto bla 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 bla. Solo en un lugar abandonado. Obviamente mi fake no lo voy a poder meter por acá. No hay un árbol donde se vaya a meter y no hay una persona o un palero que se quiera meter en algún lugar de estos. Estos son exploraciones. Y no necesitamos paleros ni fakes. ¿Ok? Ahí te encargo, nene. ¿Quién eres? Estás enfrente de mí en este momento. Se ve como que la silueta de una niña. ¿Lo están viendo? Es como traslúcido. Fuck off. Miren enfrente de la pantalla. Se ve translúcidamente una niña. Oye, niña. ¿Estás muerta? ¿Quién eres? Miren. Enfrente de ustedes se ve algo traslúcido. Y no hay manera de hacer fake con esto. ¿Quién eres? Acércate a mí. Cure patria, ñama. ¡Ah! Era la matita que me agarró. Pinche mata me espantó. Dime quién eres. ¿Te quieres reír? Es la bruja, ¿verdad? Miren, enfrente de mí. Se ve una imagen translúcida. Esto es fuckingmente imposible. Esto es imposible. A ver, acércate a mí. Si eres un fantasma, acércate a mí. ¡Ah, no mames! ¡Ah, me tiraron una piedra! ¡Fuck! ¡Corre, Danger! ¡Corre, güey! ¡Corre!
In a recording that is of the quality of a typical Bigfoot recording, we see that someone is standing in the path that Kubo is walking. The silhouette remains motionless the entire time and finally speaks in a child's voice and calls for Mum. Was it the ghost of a girl haunting the area, or just a little helper helping Kubo? Decide, folks. The next recording is very interesting. We have little information. The recording was published by TikTok user Gio Liz, where we can see the recording from a CCTV camera. What's to keep in mind, there was no one in the building on the left at the time. From the recording, we can conclude that from time to time, someone tries to touch or attack the cat. If we look closely, we will notice that the hand that tries to reach the animal is inhuman and strange. What or who could it be? Was it a skinwalker? You decide. The crew from the Casa Supernatural channel conducts an investigation in a haunted building that they have already visited several times. During their last visit, when they were asking questions through the spirit box, one of their cameras caught this.
Você não prefere se libertar desse lugar e ir para um local muito melhor do que isso? Você vai continuar vivendo nas trevas aqui? Escutou? Andando ali, ó. Na escada.
Já pedi pra sair.
Já pedi pra sair.
At one point, a childish figure leans out of the entrance behind the men and obviously looks at the investigators, and after a while hides and never appears again. Was it a real ghost or just CGI? Let me know in the comments below. Our last recording comes from the YouTube channel Craigsy Boy.
We don't fuck rats in Australia. Well, not ones that size, anyway.
In a recording from 9 years ago, a man is searching to a rodent, and at some point he manages to record a really big rat. Probably a ghost or whatever it was. What was it? Do you know?